Hello and welcome. This is another bike bin shop find. It's a Shimano XT M8100. I will probably update this video one day if I find one that's in the correct condition. Until then, this video will suffice. So what we're going to do is dismantle what can be dismantled and put it back together again. So obviously right here we're going to have this part that's missing, and normally there's a kind of an axe and another bolt, much like on this SLX derailleur. So that part there, where you'd obviously remove this C clip right here, and then you'd be able to take off this part. Unfortunately, on this derailleur here, this whole top part here is cracked off, so we won't be doing that. We're going to remove the jockey wheels here. Now, unfortunately, the cage has been bent, so there's been quite a bit of an impact on this derailleur. It's had a hit right here. I managed to reshape the outer cage, and I'll be using that for another derailleur where just a part of the cage had been broken off, and it's for the I believe it's going to work anyway on this the other SLX derailleur. So here you've got number 3 bolt that we need to remove. Let's take off this bolt. Make me a tea. Make me a tea. You put water in the kettle. Yeah, no, just normal water. You put it in the kettle, and then after you turn it on. One day I'm going to have a child that makes me tea. Oh, it looks like my tea's getting made for me. So unfortunately, the other one you'll have to remove yourself. I'm not going to do that. I've actually reshaped the outer cage in preparation for the other derailleur, and looks like these are still running or usable. So I'll be able to salvage these onto maybe another derailleur as well. Right, so now we've got this cover here that gives us access to the clutch. There's 3 screws. I don't know where I've misplaced the other one. I was already undoing this before. How exciting. I don't think I have. I've never undone one of these clutches. So we're going to do that now. Great, my tea's coming. Right, so we've removed those screws. My tea's arrived. Not enough milk though for my English tastes, but close enough. Right, so here, I'm not too sure which one to take off first. I can see if you remove this little bolt right there, we can start to remove this metallic, so it looks like some C-shaped clip that's folding over this barrel here that seems to be tightening this up and actually stopping blocking at least the cage from moving further, which is what this clutch is for. In fact, if you do that clutch there, it turns this little part here, and it blocks the cage now from moving. It actually tightens, from the looks of it, this ribbon. So I'm going to leave it in the off position. I think we're going to begin by removing this bolt there, and no, we're going to remove this one first. So to do that, we're going to recline it, push it back open. I'll zoom in for that now. So it's a Phillips. There you go. It's come off. Be careful your fingers. Up, and now we can fully detension the internal spring, I'm guessing that's inside here. Okay, see that little bolt there? Remove that. So this whole part here can actually be lifted up. You can actually remove that as well from the looks of it if you unbend this. On here, this does seem like you can remove it if you really wanted to. If you look between there, there looks like some sort of clip, which I'm pretty sure if I can bend this back. I actually want to see what's inside this now. So right here, there's a little C-clip. These, I can't find my thinner scissors, but I think this will just do to widen this up. Okay, I've managed to widen it up, and I've managed to take off that little ring that was holding everything. Yeah, and now it comes off. Let's see what was inside. Looks like it's tons of little rolling pins. I hope these don't all fall out. Oh, they do. Right, well, that's a warning sign. Right, holding everything you can, just kind of put them back. I think it's going to be possible. Okay, so here that's what we've got inside. There's plenty of little pins, roller pins, that are held on by a tiny little spring. I'm guessing that's how it works to say it only goes one way and then blocks on the other. A bit nightmarish to put those back if you were to pop those all out at the same time. So I'm going to put them back in now, and then put it back into this part here, so that they don't fall out. If you're careful, you can put all these back. And they do hold in place. Oh no, one's come out. Okay, looks like I've got them in. And I'm going to put that little clip back on it as well. Interesting. At the back here you have a Torx bolt to remove. I've got a TX25. I think that it's rather I'm not too sure if it's a TX30 or TX25 size, because the number 30 doesn't seem to fit in, but it's possible mine are damaged. But I think we can remove it. And on the back here looks like we've got another Allen key, size probably 4. Yeah, so it's number 4. So I think you're going to need to remove these at the same time. Just take that out. Interesting that this derailleur's not very old, and there's already sand and no grease left inside the bottom part of the knuckle. Here there's a ring. Doesn't look like this removes this part. No, it doesn't come off. It does appear you can remove this bolt. Quite tight. There's a seal right there. Oh, by the way, this there was a seal for this plastic box here for the clutch mechanism. I've taken it off. So interestingly, the clutch itself you can remove. There's a clip right there. So there you go, I've just unclipped it using a plier. If I can get that in a better angle. There you go. So that's the clip. And there's the clutch. Here you have these limit screws. You can take them off if you want. I'm not going to do that on this derailleur since I'm not going to be cleaning it, as it's going to pretty much be going in the bin. I did have a look if you can easily remove this spring. It doesn't look like you can. If you're going to do it, it needs to be from this top here. But what a nightmare. So I'm not going to be doing that. I think we've reached the end of the removal process. I'm going to now put all the parts back on. I'm not going to clean mine for obvious reasons. It won't be used again, this derailleur, so no need. This one's quite easy to clean, in fairness. Obviously you want to put some grease here, here. I don't think you need to really put any on the clutch part here, but you can put some if you wanted on the clutch itself here, this little bit that runs through the main body. Right, first thing we're going to do, I'm just going to put everything in the order I took things off, more or less. So take the clutch, and it's going to go through the hole at the back of the derailleur. Push that all the way back. And then after we've got this circlip, so there's a kind of like a little wedge gap where this can slide underneath, and I don't know if you can see that on the camera, but it is there, and that's where the clip inserts underneath it. That wasn't supposed to be so difficult, it's just I bent that clip to make it tighter, and in doing so I actually damaged it. So don't do that, just put it straight in and it'll be fine. Right, so for this part we are going to put the bushing or ring. We're going to insert that on the top, like so. Next, grab the spring. So the tip with the, or you can put this dust cover if you took it off, you're going to put that in this position. For the spring, there's that hook, and that's going to go into the hole right there, closest to that ring that we just put in. So you can hook that up behind here, and at the same time you want this to go over that bolt. Now for the other side, with the hook that's flat, that's sticking upwards, that's going to insert into the spacing that's here. Stick that on. Same for the plastic tab that's there for the dust cover. You want to also have that inserted into that place. Now just hold that a little bit now for now. Over here we've got this female shaped bolt that acts as a shaft, let's call it that anyway. And that you need to push through into the spacing, and at the same time, using our number 4, we're going to have it start screwing down with the other Torx bolt. Make sure everything's well seated when you're doing that before you start really tightening it down. Make sure there's movement here. That should be good. I'm going to go on the other side and put this inside to extra tighten it. There, right. Okay, now what we're going to do is we're going to bring this cage anti clockwise, bring it all the way over until it's like this. Push it against something, and what you want to do is get that tiny stopper bolt, Phillips one, and we're going to screw that back down over here. And we can now let go there. So now we've got these little bits and bobs. So this kind of ribbon shaped, it's acting like a sprocket. We're going to just stick it in through this part. And this part has got a square shaped hole on one side, and on the other side there's nothing. And that square shaped hole is going to slot in to, there's like a little square shape there, the back. So we want that to insert, and at the same time we also want it to insert on that shaft, rectangle shaped one, into slot it into that side. You can do that first, I think, before you do anything. Okay, that's in. Now you can insert that onto the top of that bolt. Tiny little bolt that's going to screw into here. I don't actually know what that does. I guess it acts as some sort of adjustment of some sort. Don't forget that seal. Just going to check that that works. So yeah, it's blocked. And put it back off. Yeah, okay, that's good. Oh, I understand now, and there's this little cap here that opens up. I'm gonna have to look up what this actually does. You know, I'm so out of date with these modern derailleurs. I think it's probably something to do with that though. Alright, so the cover. That'll do for me. There you go. The other screw. I'm not going to put the jockey wheels. If you do though, you'll have make sure that you put the jockey wheels in the right position, correct side. So it will be marked G pulley for 1. It's closely, where is it marked? Yeah, so it'll be marked G pulley, and the G pulley goes on this side of the derailleur, and then the other one, which is I think it's the tension pulley, will go on to this side of the derailleur. So I think we're at the end of the video. As I said, if I find another XT derailleur of similar nature, I'll update this video and remove this one. But until then, I hope this helped you replace any parts on your Shimano Deore M8100. Until next time, peace out.